Entertainment Schmig.
Anybody ever tell you look like Janet Lang?
Never.
All right.
Last week we talked about Daniel Craig being offered $100 million to continue his role as James Bond, and he turned it down. So there's a big online campaign with the hashtag #NextBond. It's going around on social media right now. People speculating who could be the next Daniel Craig / James Bond if he is quitting. Some reason, Gillian Anderson, which we just mentioned last week on the show because you're watching a Gillian...
The Fall.
Yeah, where she
on
plays
Netflix.
A British detective.
Yes, she's unbelievable.
Well, maybe people have seen the show because she is leading the charge for who people want as the next Bond.
Oh, I like Jill.
Jane.
Oh, Jane.
Bond.
She didn't say whether she wanted the role or not, but I mean,
How
come
about
on.
Jack Bond? And then you don't know what gender she is? Okay, go ahead.
But she tweeted the poster that somebody put together of Gillian Anderson as James Bond, and she said, "It's Bond. Jane Bond. Thanks for all the votes." The votes don't even matter because it doesn't... They're not putting this out there. It's just people that are leading the charge for her to be the next Bond.
Yeah, but you never know. That could get some momentum, and who knows?
She's not British, but she did live in London, was born in London until the age of 11.
She was born there until 11?
Yes. She was born there and lived there until 11. They moved back to the U.S., but she continued to spend her summers in the U.K. That's why she's got such a good British accent, I think.
Remarkable. I didn't know that. Now that I do, I have much more respect for
So
her
you're
accent.
fine with that? You don't mind that? I don't think
I
that.
don't, no.
I can't see that happening.
I would like it. I mean, I think a female Bond would be very cool. Well, now, who was it? Brad Pitt's wife.
Angelina Jolie
Jolie.
doing
Yeah, she did.
Salt.
Yeah,
Yes, but that was originally written for Tom
That's
Cruise.
not what he was talking about at all.
Oh,
That was Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I knew you were not talking about salt.
I thought that's what you were
talking about Laura Croft.
Who was
and
a
that
female.
too. Right, yeah.
That's not a male part that went to a female.
No.
All right, we're moving on.
And salt.
So for many years, not recently, but when I was thinner, Helen Hunt, people always told me I look like Helen Hunt for years and years. I mean, all the time. Well, Helen Hunt and Jodie
You
Foster.
look like Helen here.
I thought I was Helen Bed. That's my news name.
With 2 D's.
Yes. 2 L's, 2 D's. Come on. The people are apparently confusing Jodie Foster and Helen Hunt. And it's been going
I
on
see it.
for years. National Enquirer had some nonsense story
Would never
About-
confuse those two.
Jodie was at a nail salon when another customer started praising her work and talking about the one show she was in with Paul Reiser. Well, that's Helen Hunt. Well, it sounded made up, but then yesterday Helen Hunt tweeted, ordered my drink at Starbucks, asked the barista if she wanted my name. She winked and said, "We gotcha." When she got her cup, it had the name Jodie on it.
Oh, that's funny.
And Helen even talked about it on Letterman back in 1994, how people were constantly confusing those two. I don't
see it.
I don't see it either. Okay, on DVD today, Zoolander 2.
I wouldn't know Olympia Dukakis, but I would recognize those two.
How to Be Single, that's that Dakota Johnson, Rebel Wilson movie.
If Olympia Dukakis came through your Starbucks, her cup would say, "You."
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, it's you.
It's you. On TV tonight, I know guys going to be tuning in for The Price is Right Big Brother edition.
What? Well, no, wait, that was on last night.
Well, it's the Big Brother edition tonight at
Oh.
7 o'clock on CBS.
Well, Survivor edition last night.
Oh.
Janelle, Brittany Goodwin, Rachel Riley, some of your favorite past Big Brother
Murray
contestants.
and Stanton.
Second season finale of The Flash, the season finale of The Real O'Neills on ABC, and the 2-hour season finale of The Voice. And speaking of The Voice, that's on tonight at 7 o'clock on NBC. CeeLo is coming back to perform a duet with Pharrell's contestant, Hannah Houston. But he hasn't been back since that whole...
Well, he stars in those commercials for Geico where you can't reach the check. Isn't he the alligator?
And Dancing with the Stars, the 22nd season finale of Dancing with the Stars. Tommy Chong was disinvited from speaking at a Bernie Sanders rally yesterday. He was in L.A., and Bernie Sanders is all about being the progressive candidate. And Tommy Chong said that he was asked to introduce him at the rally in East L.A., but then disinvited just hours before the event.
What happened? They figured out who he was.
Well, he said it was an insult. Listen to his quote, though. My endorsement means a lot because of what I have gone through and what the whole marijuana culture has gone through. It's
way to clarify it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, man, here's Bernie.
Later, he tweeted that he supports Bernie still and thinks it was just a timing issue or something happened. He doesn't.
Finally
he doesn't
got
care.
some good ganja, later on that day.
What's ganja?
The little smokies.
I thought it was ganja.
Okay, whatever. I call it ganja.
The little smoky.
Aren't those a treat that you get for appetizers?
That's what I call little smokies.
You keep those in the crock pot?
I do.
Okay.
Little sauce.
All right, and all right, that's it. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but I did have an incredible David Faustino from Married with Children story I did not get to.
840.
Oh,
man.
840 St. Louis.
Tune in.
Don't tune out is what I think you should say.
Yes, you're right.
The Phillips and Company Morning Show on Y98.